Hello once again, Niner faithful, and welcome to the 2023 season debut of 49ers Playbook on the channel that's trying to answer the whys and hows of the game. This past Sunday, the 49ers opened the preseason with a game against the Las Vegas Raiders. There was a ton of anticipation to see former number 3 overall pick Trey Lance in his first game action since breaking his ankle in week 2 of last season. The performance has caused quite a stir among 49ers fans and media. After reviewing the film, it was an up and down performance. When Lance was confident in what he was seeing, he was decisive and showcased the arm talent that has had fans excited since draft day. The offensive line also didn't do Lance any favors on a few plays, and the Raiders were looking to test the young guy early, bringing pressure often. One thing new for this season, if you'd like to catch any of the breakdown videos ad-free and maybe even a tad early, you can become a subscriber on the app formerly known as Twitter, or by becoming a Patreon subscriber, which I'll have links for those in the description below. One thing that I saw over and over from him in this game was lack of eye manipulation. That's an area Lance will really need to improve on going forward to find success. Better eye discipline could really smooth out a lot of his game, almost as much as you can by heading over to manscaped.com right now and using promo code JD49 to get 20% off and free shipping. You can use this as well as their big summer sale going on right now that also gives you 20% off. If you want the just trim look, check out the Beard Hedger Pro. It's got a long-lasting lithium-ion battery, waterproof to take care of all your beard trimming needs in the shower, features their legendary skin-safe technology, and has only one length guard for up to 20 different lengths. So you can say goodbye to that drawer full of different length guards. You can get it standalone or in the Beard Hedger Pro kit. It comes with everything you need to take care of your face: beard shampoo, beard balm, beard conditioner, beard brush, beard comb, and you can get yours today at manscaped.com and make sure to use promo code JD49. That's manscaped.com, promo code JD49. You're watching Johnny Dell's Football Academy. So the game didn't start out great, but this wasn't all on Trey Lance. The first play of the game, we've got a curl to the single receiver side, and a stick concept to the other. You can see the Raiders have a safety down in the box and are showing cover 3 zone. If you're new to the channel, I'll break down some of the schematic terms as we go. Cover 3 zone is a defense with 3 deep and 4 underneath zone defenders. Lance goes with the single receiver side on a curl. The thought is you have a corner playing deep third with a cushion, so it's an easy pitch and catch for the first play of the game. Usually these are pick-a-side reads, so the quarterback has the option of which side he wants to read. The other side, with the stick concept, which is a quick out paired with a stick route, would put the defense in a horizontal stretch. I don't fault him for the decision here. It's a quick 3-step drop. You're expecting the corner to bail, but the corner stays flat-footed, reads Lance, and when he wants to throw, the corner's ready to jump on the route. He tries to move on to his check down, and it's taken away. Personally, I don't hate the decision to go with the single receiver side on this. However, in the past with Jimmy and Purdy, more times than not, this play does go to the stick concept side. One thing to note, this play will come back around, so stay tuned for that. On the next play, we get a decent gain, but it's a missed opportunity. It's 2nd and 14, so we're going to go with the play action pass to try and get a chunk gain. This is a staple play in the Shanahan offense, where you run hard play action and they break off 2 deep curl routes. These are landmark throws. They have to be on time. The Raiders are again going to be in cover 3 zone. As Lance comes out of the run fake, the underneath defenders bit hard on the play action and have opened up the intermediate area. The ball needs to be out right now. Timing is crucial. He holds it just a little long and allows the underneath man to recover and has to then check it down. It's as if he's waiting to make sure that the receiver is going to break at the point you expect him to. Then on 3rd down, we have another missed opportunity. Before the snap, we motion Dwelly across, and with no one following him, it shows zone coverage. With 2 deep safeties, this is cover 2 zone. We're going to have a form of Ohio concept here, which is a protection release fade paired with a stick route that will be an out versus man coverage and sit between the zones against zone. And it looks to put the cloud defender in a vertical stretch. At the snap, you can see the cloud defender, and Lance has a window. But here's the thing that showed up over and over. He starts to stare down Dwelly on this play, and the corner stays flat-footed. Spooks Lance, and he pulls it down. He probably did have room to fit this ball in. Even so, you'd like to see him look to the fade for just a hair longer, force that corner to reroute and squeeze the fade to help open up the stick route. But the play ends up in a sack. Coming back out, we're going to try and take a deep shot, and Lance does a nice job of making something out of nothing. We're going to run our corner post, a play we've seen a lot since Kyle's been here, and many people remember Lance hitting Debo for a touchdown against the Texans on this play a couple years ago. But the Raiders cover it well, and the defensive end stays home. Lance does a nice job of finding an outlet and avoiding the negative play. After that, we have another missed opportunity. So it's 3rd and 5, and the Raiders are going to bring pressure here with cover 1 man. This should leave the short middle open, but you have to be decisive. We're going to have a corner route paired with a choice route to the top. The choice route is going to be your pressure beater here. The receiver has outside leverage, the ball's got to come out quick. This is another situation where he seems a little unsure either in what he's seeing or in his receiver. I feel like it's probably a little more unsure of the receiver, but it's preseason. You have to make the throw, and all you can do as a quarterback is expect your guy to do his job. He holds it just a little long, and again, by looking down his receiver, the deep middle safety is able to close on the route. When he moves on to Dwelly, there's a miscue there as Lance expects him to keep moving and Dwelly sits it down. It was a tight window, but this is also a play we've seen Purdy make last year. Lance has tons of potential and really nice arm talent, but he has to make these plays in the quick game to elevate. The offense is all about these types of conversions on 3rd down. So coming out in the next drive, we'll have another missed opportunity. We're going to run another staple of the Shanahan offense, a Yankee concept, which is a deep post paired with a deep over route. The Raiders are again in cover 2 zone, and you'll see the run action does suck up the underneath defenders. It's another issue of where his eyes are at though. You'd like to see his eyes be on the safety. Trust the concept to beat the defense. Instead, his eyes are on the receiver and the safety is sitting on the over route, and the cloud defender also drifts. Then when he moves to the flat route, the over route opens back up. The play is there to be made, the eyes have to be in the right spot. I like the processing speed though. He's got the processor upstairs to operate. These are the little things that have to become a part of his game to be successful. It's the things we saw from Jimmy and Brock that led to a lot of success and explosive plays from guys getting the ball in space. Then we run a play action fake and the line completely botches their protection. From the end zone, you can see they just turn a defensive tackle loose. That's nice athleticism from Lance to turn a would-be sack into a positive play. And then on 3rd and 8, the line just breaks down too quickly for anything to really happen. So after getting a couple decent runs on the next drive, we come out and we're going to run the same play as we did to open the game. A stick concept to one side with a curl to the single receiver side. And the Raiders are in the same defense, cover 3 zone. This time, Lance picks the stick concept side. sees it, is decisive, and makes a real nice on-target throw in time. This is something I really like to see. He learned from what didn't work earlier, corrected it, and executed the play perfectly the next time. That's really encouraging. Also, make sure to have your notifications bell turned on to be alerted to when a video goes live so you don't miss any of the breakdowns this season, as well as when we go live for the JFA podcast. I'll have the link in the description to one of our latest episodes where we had the honor of interviewing 4-time Super Bowl champion 49er Jesse Sapolu. So now the offense is in rhythm and we're going to turn to another staple, the slide concept. And Lance does a nice job of being decisive out of the turn and hitting his outlet for a decent gain. After a run play, we go back to the air. We're going to motion a running back out wide, and with the corner on him, this reveals zone coverage. With the single safety is cover 3 zone. We're going to have another stick plus Ohio concept with a backside curl. This is where Lance eye manipulation shows again though. At the snap, you'd like to see his head stay down the middle of the field. Instead, he looks right to the stick concept and the zone defenders flow, taking it away. This is where he needs to keep his head down the middle of the field and just use his eyes. He makes a nice off-schedule play out of it, but you'd really like to see that head be in the right spot. And then Trey gets away with one. This is a play where the defense just played it really well. He sees a receiver open for a split second. I like the speed with which Trey's operating a lot of his reads. It's going to be things where he has to become seasoned, a little less raw. He could get away with this throw in college, but not in the NFL. Back on the next drive, we have another missed opportunity, and again, it's as if he's just a little unsure of what he's seeing. So we're going hard play action again, and we're going to have a blaze out route paired with a dig or deep in route. This is actually the same play we ran when Brock Purdy got hurt in the NFC Championship game last year. And this is another learning experience for Lance. Once this corner goes into a trail position, the receiver has won. Just let this thing rip, your receiver won. Instead, he holds it, verifying his guy wins, and by the time he wants to let it go, the pressure is getting there. This is one, trust what you're seeing and just let it rip. The next play, the line just folds again. Nick Zakelli has taken some heat for this play, but the center did get pushed back pretty hard and he actually tripped over the center's leg. Lance does a nice job though, again, of making something out of a bad play. Then on third down, we're going to get a real nice play from Lance. We bring Fumagalli in motion, and with the man traveling, it reveals man coverage. And with two safeties, this looks like cover 2 man. We're going to have a double dig concept here where you'll have a deep in or through route paired with a dig or deep in. At the snap, the Raiders rotate into cover 1 robber by bringing a safety down into a robber position. The Raiders play this the way some teams do, which is if there's a crosser from the number 3 receiver, they'll pass that off to the robber and have the man defender then convert to the robber. For Lance, his read is on the robber. Whoever he takes, throw the other one. He does a nice job of seeing the safety rotation and delivers a strike to the right receiver. These are the plays that show you why the 49ers liked him coming out of North Dakota State. So coming out on the next drive, there's 28 seconds left before the half, and Lance's eye discipline is going to show again. The Raiders are showing 2 safeties, and at this point in the game, you expect something like Tampa 2, which is what the Raiders are in. We're going to run a triangle stretch of a couple curl routes paired with a flat route. In Tampa 2, the Mike is responsible for matching the deepest route down the middle of the field, so you should have a 3-on-2 stretch of the defense. Here, Lance sees the Mike with his back turned and locks onto Willie Snead. This allows the hook defender, who should be in a stretch, to follow his eyes to the ball and nearly come away with a pick. The play would have worked, but Trey has to manipulate the hook defender one way or the other. But he bounces right back. The Raiders are again in Tampa 2, and so Kyle is going to run another staple of the offense, the dagger concept, which is a seam route paired with a dig, and will put the Mike in a vertical stretch. Lance does a nice job of seeing the Mike take the seam route and hits the dig route with a really nice throw. Then we get another good game, but the eye discipline shows up again. The Raiders are showing like they're in Tampa 2, but are going to be in Palms coverage here. This will allow the safety to squat a little more unless he's threatened. At the snap, Lance sees the Mike drop and never checks the safety. He locks onto his tight end and throws him right into a big hit. Again, I like the arm talent, I like the processor. He's got to work on where the eyes are at, which is something that can come if he gets an elongated opportunity, but is a big separator between he and Purdy. Purdy showed a lot of advanced eye manipulation last season. Then this last play is a case of predetermining a throw and seeing some defenses he's not used to seeing. The Raiders showed Palms coverage last time, and this time they're going to be in cover 3 buzz, with the safety coming down into a hook curl roll. We have a verticals concept to the 2 receiver side, which should work against the cover 3. What I'd like to see is Lance identify the safety squat and rotate, look the deep safety off, and then hit the receiver down the seam. The play was there to be made, but he predetermined where he would throw the ball. In the end, it's not the worst, and it's another learning rep. After everything, it was an up and down day for Lance. You can see the talent that's there. Arm strength, accuracy, processor. It's about putting all these things together and adding in the little things that make quarterbacks highly successful in this offense. That's timing, footwork, trusting what you're seeing, and eye manipulation. All those things have made the 49ers offense potent, and it's what Lance needs to add that, together with his arm talent and athleticism, are what intrigues fans about what could be. Overall, it wasn't definitive in any way, but shows where to look for growth as we move forward in the preseason. Hope you enjoyed the debut episode of the season. We will be moving on to other players to highlight from this preseason game, as well as look for episodes of the JFA podcast. As always, if you'd like to support the channel in any way, I'll have links for that below. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and go Niners.